Hi everyone, welcome to practice. Thank you for coming here this morning. It's Natalia. Hi Emma, I see you. Thank you everybody for being here. Please, if you believe you need any blankets for propping your knees or any blocks for support on your hands, if you do not have blocks, books, thick books, please have that with you. Hi Emma and Roya, welcome guys. So we're going through big change in the world, right? A lot of stuff happening in all levels, personally, as a community, and whatnot, right? Perhaps in our family as well. So it calls for a time of reflection. I believe that actively sitting with your emotions and thoughts and whatever is happening here at the level of the mind is extremely important, so that you can understand in which ways you can best nourish your needs, right? And in what ways you can truly contribute to that change into that community, right? It could be very, very tiny and small changes and contributions, but just like there is sand in the ocean, each little piece makes up a part of it. And each one of us is a key member of the community itself. So let's remember how important we are as individuals and how important it is that we A, are connected, and B, that we share with one another. And communication is a key part of it as well, right? How can we best communicate with one another to express our thoughts and feelings, and in that way being of, again, support for one another. So let's reflect on that, right? Maybe not just for class today, but in general. Communication, support, and at the same time, acknowledging the need for breather and peacefulness within our bodies. Okay? So let's start with that. Welcome for those who arrived after I had started talking. If you need any props for practice today, please have that. So let's begin with pointer finger and thumb touching. We're gonna go for a mudra for balance. The right hand comes from the top, left hand connects underneath to the top hand. The fingertips touch. And notice that creates an infinity sign. It represents the constant flow of life, balance in between the energies. Close the eyes when you are ready. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Continue to breathe consciously as you hold Dharma Chakra Mudra. Feel that you're able to achieve a degree of balance, of alignment, and ease, so that you can experience and notice with clarity all the moving energies that are ever present within your body. Your solidity, your fluidity, your power, your ability to love, your ability to communicate, to envision, to grow and to expand. Bring all of your attention to the space in between your eyebrows, third eye center. And take this moment now to set an intention for practice today. Whatever intention it is that you choose, let it be at the very center where you can see it and feel it. And as an offering, we'll begin practice with a chant of Om. Exhale all the breath out of your lungs. Inhale for Om. Release your hands. Let go of your mudra. Stay connected to your breath and aware of your whole entire being as we move through practice. Crack the eyes open, find the gaze on the ground again. Welcome everyone. So we're gonna move onto the floor and lie down flat. Let's get it. You just arrived. Have any props you believe will be useful for practice this morning? I have 2 blocks. You could use both books or a blanket, right? And be flat on the ground with your feet about hip distance apart. And then grab the pelvis and lengthen. Roll the shoulders behind you and let the arms rest alongside your torso. Now, we're going to begin with arching and curling of the spine. It's a small movement and I am keeping my pelvis connected to the ground as I tilt forward and back. Now connecting that motion with the breath. Inhale, arch the spine, push the tailbone and sits bones to the earth. Exhale, round, tuck the tailbone, push the abdominal cavity towards the earth. Inhale, arch the back, push the tailbone, sits bones, left the ribcage. Exhale, curl the spine, tuck the tail on the breath. Inhale, arch, mid back legs. Exhale, round, tailbone tucks. 2 more inhales, 2 more full breaths. One more round, breathe in. 1 more round, breathe out. Pause with a neutral spine. Bring the knees in towards your chest, yogis. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left. And then begin to draw circles with your knees towards the left side. Feel that the low back, the sacrum, they get a massage against your yoga mat. And then switch over to the right side, drawing circles, feeling that pressure happening in the low back. And then come back through the center, find a neutral spine. Keep the right knee hugged into your chest as you extend the left leg forward. If left leg extended is too much, you can keep the left knee bent. And now create some pressure by pushing the right knee closer to your chest. Maybe the thigh bone is going to start sliding along the right rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale deeply. Open mouth, exhale. And again, breathe in. Open mouth, breath out. Cross the right knee over to the left side for a small twist. The knee does not have to touch the cross, but you're pulling with your left hand towards the left side. Take a moment to identify glute, low back in the space along the rib cage. 3 rounds of breath on the right side, waist, hip, and glute. Move your body back through the center. On the third exhale, extend the right leg, hug the left knee into your chest and plus. Draw the knee actively in towards your belly / rib cage and feel the compression in the hip flexing. 3 rounds of breath, inhale. Exhale 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale 3. Cross the left knee over to the right side for a twist. Again, the knee will not touch the ground, but you're actively drawing it towards that side. Identify left glute, left waist, left hip. 3 rounds of breath. Come back through the center, yogis. Hug both of your knees in towards your chest. Now send the legs straight out towards the ceiling and start to shake your toes in all directions. Really feeling loose through the ankles, the calf muscles are moving. Left and right side, forward and back. Imagine a quick run like a cartoon. And then pause at the center, separate the legs towards right and left side. And you can hold your knees from the inside in here so you remove some pressure for pulling too hard. And then start to rock the body left side and right side in these supine straddle pose. If you need to keep your knees micro bend, you may do that. 2 more breaths just rocking in here. You may find some other motions that feel juicy for your body. Visit that. And then come back through the center, grab the knees from the outside and bring them back together. Knees to your chest. Grab the shin bones, curl the spine, chin to chest like a little roll. And start to find momentum as you rock forward and back. Keep the spine curled as you move to protect any bone from pushing too hard on the floor. And after you do that, about 5 times, see if you can come all the way up to stand into a forward fold. Or get yourself there, right? And so when you come to your forward fold, separate your feet hip distance apart. Interlace the hands behind the neck and then encourage your neck to relax down. The weight of your arms and the weight of your elbows actively draw the neck down. If holding your neck doesn't feel awesome, you can maybe hold your hips and then lengthen from the sides of the waist. And again, relax the neck, relax the eyebrows. Find a swaying left and right side, forward and back. Notice how your breath helps you soften and find larger spaces to move into. One more breath in, forward folding. If your hands are interlaced or holding onto any part of your body, let them hang now. Bend your knees, sit back in a little chair, and then roll all the way up to stand. Last thing to come out is the head. Roll the shoulders behind you, open the head. You can keep your feet parallel to one another or feet together. Yogi's choice. Palms are alongside your body. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, gaze high. As you exhale, reach the hands to the floor, Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right foot steps all the way back behind. Drop the knee, untuck your toes. Reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Draw the right knee into your nose, step the right foot forward, back knee drops. Reach the arms up overhead on the inhale, Anjaneyasana. Frame the front foot. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Halfway left, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Tadasana, mountain pose, moving on to second side. Breathing in, Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana, exhale, touch the earth with your hands. Halfway lift, shoulders back, gaze forward. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot all the way back behind. Drop the knee, untuck your toes, Anjaneyasana. Arms overhead. On the exhale, frame the front foot. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Draw the left knee to your nose, step the foot forward. Back knee drops on top. Both arms up, Anjaneyasana. Gaze to the sky. On the exhale, frame the front foot, step forward, fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, shoulders back, gaze is forward. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Push through the feet to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up. Tadasana, mountain pose, palms to the heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, you may begin to open the chest further. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your low back, forward fold over your legs. Dandayamana Yoga Mudra. You open through the shoulders, take a deep breath in. Release the hands down to the floor on your breath out. Step back to a plank pose, both feet together at the back of your mat. With your gaze forward, yogis, drop knees, bend elbows, chest and chin. Slide your cobra pose, peel head, peel heart. On the exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of your mat, Uttanasana. Halfway lift as you arrive, breathe in. Breathe out, fold over your thighs. Rise up, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Mountain pose, palms together, mountain pose Tadasana. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, feet together, knees together, arms reaching tall alongside the ears. Once you get to this posture, can you feel your legs starting to work hard through the thighs, through the hamstrings? Bring the palms to a prayer at the heart, and then take a twist to the right side. Left elbow close to the outside of the right knee. Take a moment to notice how your palms are pushing against one another. Can you gaze upon the right elbow? Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold over your thighs. Halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back behind you into a low runner's lunge. Now, once you get to low runner's lunge, make sure front knee is in line with the ankle and lengthen your spine. Back leg fully straight. Keep the left hand on the floor, send the right arm straight up to the ceiling, again for a twist. From the left hand to the right hand, one active line of energy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Drop the back heel down to the earth. Reach both arms up overhead. Warrior. Take a moment again to check the front knee tracks first and second toe. Squaring the hips actively. Left hip coming forward energetically. Take a deep breath in, reaching toe through the hands. On the exhale, interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Pull back, open the chest. On the breath out, pour the body weight over the front knee for devotional warrior. So see if you can get that right shoulder to move in the direction of the right knee. Your head may start to become heavier and heavier. Take a deep full inhale. Take a full breath out. Inhale, come back up to your warrior one. Both arms up overhead. Keep the back heel down on the earth, palms together in the center of your chest. Now take a twist again to the right side. Left elbow towards the right knee. And so some of you may touch the floor once again and reach the right arm up. Some of you will go all the way to the full twist, right? Can you feel the action of the left hip flexor fully open? The push of the palms. Maybe. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Come back up to the center, warrior one. Both arms up overhead. T-shape the arms into a warrior two. Adjust your stance as you need. Now begin to internally and externally rotate your arms, feeling that the tissues from the fingertips to the shoulders are moving and steering. And then keep moving in that way as you reach the arms up overhead. And then again, return the hands in line with one another for your warrior two. Once you get to a T-shaped line, pause. Straighten the front leg, gaze forward, and then lean onto your triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. When you can no longer reach, hand to shin bone, left arm up. Some of you will grab big toe with peace fingers. Can you find a little bit of cobra pose through the spine? Just the tiniest bit. And if your head is falling to the right shoulder, can you elongate right side of your neck? Big full inhale. Big full breath out. Push down through the toes to come back up to the center, triangle pose. Heel toe, the back foot closer to the front. Reach both arms up overhead, face the front of your mat. Grab opposite elbows behind your back, Or bring your hands into a prayer behind your back. Lift the heart, lift the chest on the exhale. Fold over the front leg for pyramid pose. Big toes on both feet. Pinky toes on both feet. Heels of both feet. Actively pushing, creating an energy for the quadriceps to upward lift. Gaze forward to the right big toe. Take one more breath in. Exhale, the left hand comes down onto your prayer or opposite elbow. Right arm up towards the sky for Parivrita Trikonasana, twisted triangle pose. Now, if your left hand is not touching the floor, then the two books or the yoga block or the little box, anything you have will be helpful to create a support under the body. Take one more breath in your twisted triangle. As you exhale, return your right hand down to the floor. Is bend the front knee, walk your hands about a foot past your toes. Now pick up the left leg, send it straight back behind you. And choose if you want to point your toes and reach or push through the heel and reach. Now, feel the weight on the left hand. You're going to feel your right glute a lot. Right arm up towards the sky. Twisted half moon. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. There is active energy running down the right heel, and the left heel actively pushes towards the back of the room. Notice the action of the pelvis. Notice the action of your hands. Deep, full breath in, holding in here. As you exhale, both hands down to the floor. Stay balanced on your right leg. Now, bend your left knee, heel to your glute. Extend the left leg all the way back. Bend the left knee, heel to glute. Left leg straight back. One more round, bend the knee. And extend all the way back. Listen carefully, yogis. Cross the left foot over to the right side. Ground your foot behind, then the left knee, the right knee. And then drop the left knee down to the floor into a curtsy lunge. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale, wrap the right arm underneath the left for eagle arms or opposite shoulders. Lift the heart. Push through the toes. Maybe an arching of the lumbar and thoracic spine. Deep full inhale. As you exhale, under your arms, right hand down, left leg straight back, half moon. Open the hips, open the chest, just like you would in a triangle pose. Can you feel the sensation running down the right foot, down the right leg? Big full inhale. As you exhale, step the left foot all the way back behind you, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to frame your front foot. Exhale. Square the hips, right leg straight up and back behind you, three-legged. With your right leg reaching back, bend the knee and open the hip. Now release the hip flexor. And you may begin to pulse the right knee, extending and flexing the knee. Come back to the center, square the hips. Bring both of your feet down to the floor. Ripple your spine forward into a plank pose. This time, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog or cobra. Child's pose, exhale. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Hips rise. Let the heels bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop to the top of your mat. Arrive in length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Open the hip flexors. Feel the release. Palms together at the heart. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a moment to notice right foot and left foot, and maybe you feel something, right? Maybe right foot is a little bit compressed, right? And left foot is rather light. Take an inhale, standing in Tadasana. Take an exhale, release. We move on to the second side. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Reach the arms up over. So I sit back in my little chair. My abdominal wall is pushing towards the back to lengthen my low back. I reach to my fingertips. Notice the strength. Notice the fire building. I'll now bring my hands to the heart into a prayer and take a twist to the left. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Palms push against one another firmly. Notice the breath. Notice the alignment of the body. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, hands down to the floor, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, right foot all the way back behind you, low runner's lunge. Lengthen the spine, look forward. Keep the right hand and fingertips on the floor as the left hand reaches tall. Line from hand to hand, open heart, open chest. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, hand down to the floor, square your hips, drop the back heel down. Pushing through the feet, warrior one, Virabhadasana. And at this point, my chest is facing forward. My right hip is energetically drawing forward. Take a notice of the front knee tracking first and second. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, interlace hands behind low back. Pull the heart open. Bow in devotional warrior. Hands reach up. Notice the feet gripping. And they're pulling away from one another at the same time. Deep full inhale. Full breath out. Come back up to warrior one. Reach the arms up overhead. Bring the palms in a prayer. Take a twist to the left. Right knee to the outside of the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. You may have to adjust your stance right a little bit. Move it left, move it right. Notice length from tailbone to crown. One more inhale. One more exhale. Come back up to the center. Virabhadasana 1. Warrior 2 comes on the following breath out. Adjust your stance as necessary. Now, we're going to do some shoulder mobility, but this time turn the thumbs behind you. So you're internally rotating. And then start to pulse forward and back in your warrior 2. And then thumbs up towards the ceiling and then back behind you with the chest open. Start to reach your hands back and forward. And then palms facing forward, thumbs up to the sky. And thumbs facing down, palms back behind you. Pause at the center, T-shape your arms, straighten the front leg, yogis. And then lean sideways into Trikonasana triangle pose. Once you find your stance, pause right there in length. Cobra through the spine. Push through the feet. Stay with your breath. Take one more inhale. Stay with your breath. One more breath. Come up through the center. T-shape the arms. Heel toe the back foot forward slightly. Both arms up overhead. Square the hips. Now reach the arms behind you. Prayer or opposite elbow. You may change this time. Lift up the chest, front body open. As you breathe out, bow over the front leg for pyramid pose. Notice the left hamstring, the left heel pushing, tailbone lifts. Can you lengthen the spine? Can you soften your jaw? Take one more inhale. On the breath out, release the hands. Right hand down to the floor or your support. Left arm up towards the sky for Parivrita Trikonasana. Big stretch through the hamstring. Big twist to the spine, notice. Stay here, breathe in. Breathe out, return the hands down to the floor. Bend the front knee now, yogis. Walk your hands a foot past your toes. Pick up, right leg straight behind you. So you can stay here, right? In Virabhadrasana 3. Or maybe you twist for Parivrita, Ardha Chandrasana. Twisted half moon. All the actions, the action of the chair pose with the twist is happening, right? The action of the triangle pose is happening. And a little bit of pyramid pose is happening. Take one more inhale, twisting in here. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, pause. Keep reaching the leg behind you. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. One more round. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. Now cross the right foot over to the left side, yogis. Tuck the toes. Drop the knee behind into a curtsive lunge. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, wrap the left arm underneath the right for eagle arms. Lift up, arch the spine and notch. Notice the feet, the knees, everything stable. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, left hand touches down the floor. Right leg straight back behind you for a half moon pose. This time you are doing open hip, open chest. Stay with your balance. Notice the action of the left foot, the glute. One more inhale. Exhale, right foot all the way back behind you. You stay with your breath, almost done. Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Kick the left leg up and back behind, three-legged dog. Should feel pretty great to open the hip right now. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then you may start to pulse the knee, extending and bending through that left leg. Good. Stretch the leg all the way back behind you, square your hips, feet down to the floor. Ripple forward into a plank pose. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, lower down. Upward dog on the breath in. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, take a child's pose. Reset your energy. We'll take about 10 rounds of breath in child's pose. Notice the quality of thought. Where is your mind? What are you thinking about? Three more breaths. Walk your hands in underneath the shoulders. Push down to come up. Tuck the toes, downward dog, exhale. So we're going to move into our kick-up practice so that we can put the fire up in our bodies. So let's get the right foot halfway in between that leg and the hands. Yeah. And I'm going to keep my gaze in between my thumbs, yogis. And maybe you start to practice kicking up the left leg. Just a couple of times. And notice what it feels like to be there. And then some of you may say, oh, well, I'm going to start to kick up all the way up. All the way up. Maybe some of you will balance. When you complete about 6 kick-ups or leg lifts, change the leg. If you need to rest your wrist, you may do that. And then again, first notice how the leg lifts behind. Very similar to what we were doing in half moon, a straight line, backing up. Some of you may say, well, I'm going to start kicking up higher and try to balance. And some of you may stay there. Just for fun, when you complete about 6 kick-ups, rest on your knees. Shake out your wrist forward and back. Second direction. And then circles. And then change. Hands to the floor, yogis. Move into your yogic squat, malasana. Get here and push the elbows to the knees and the palms to the heart. And then lift the heart high, 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 spacious to the chest. You may choose to be here and maybe practice some twisting, right? Or maybe you choose to spend this time working on your bakasana, right? So your upper arm bones support your knees and you lean forward and you pick up one foot at a time. Tiny, tiny little pieces. If you decided not to practice bakasana and you are twisting, open the chest, turn the body so you can see your thumb up there. You may even practice wrapping the arm behind your back, right? Those are many different things we can do while in the posture. If you did your twist to one side, do the twist to the second side. If you're practicing malasana, give it more tries, right? After we try a couple of times, we find these tiny little details that contribute towards the expansion of our practice and our posture, maybe. Come back and meet all together in malasana. Nice, guys. Reach the hands forward now. Round your spine. Drop the butt behind you. Extend the legs forward into boat pose. Yes. Now, reach the feet. Reach through the hands. You may grab the backs of your legs if that feels like support. If you want to stay here, or maybe straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Some of you will do that. Hang in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down to the floor. Hands behind you. Reverse tabletop. Push the flexors towards the sky. Squeeze glutes. Let the head be neutral. Hold and breathe. before I count to 5. A 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower to the earth. Good. Separate your feet wide into a straddle, just like we did earlier. And then begin to point and flex your feet. Mobilize through the ankles. I find that it's useful to sit on a blanket sometimes so my pelvis is higher. And then switch direction if you have not done so yet. Curl and point. Good. And then pause at the center, either flexing or pointing your feet, whatever works best for you. Move the flesh from underneath the bone back here, and then lengthen your spine. And so when you come here to lengthen your spine, I'll give you 2 options. Option number 1 is to walk your hands behind you and then push the chest forward. Option number 2 is to walk your hands forward and then bow over your legs. Option 1, option 2. What do you want right now? How do you feel right now? While you spend some time in here, notice the parts of your body that are gripping, right? Maybe the glute is gripping. Maybe the jaw is biting really hard onto that. Take one more breath in. One more full breath out. Walk back through the center from wherever you are. Bend the right knee, bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Now, left hand to the inner left leg, right hand behind you for a twist. You can play and stay here, or maybe you can slide your left hand further forward, further forward, further forward, further forward, and pause where you need to pause. Now, bring the collarbones broad and spacious. Maybe you will wrap your right hand behind your low back. Maybe. And just like you did earlier in triangle and twisted triangle, finding a little bit of that cobra spine. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Unbind if you're binding. Return the torso back to center. Listen carefully, yogis. Keep the right shin bone on the floor. Flex the right ankle. And then bend the left knee, stack it on top of the right for fire log pose. Now, this is a very big hip opening. If this isn't working, you can cross your legs and still get a stretch on the outer thigh. Ankle to knee, knee to ankle will be fire log. Now, inhale, both arms up overhead, wherever you've chosen to be. Exhale, wrap the right elbow underneath the left, eagle arms. Left of the elbow slightly, deep breath in. On the breath out, bow over your legs. And so I'm going to ask you to have a rounded back for this one. And draw the chin in between the shoulders to lengthen the back of the cervical spine. Notice all the feelings and sensations of the posture. 5 more rounds of breath in this forward fold. When you complete your 5, undo, come out, release. Lean back onto your hands, let the legs come back to that straddle. Move the flesh back. And choose to A, do the same thing you did before with hands behind or hands forward, or do the opposite thing that what you did before in the pose. You may even change from flexed feet to pointed toes. Different options, right? And I believe that there is no set posture for this. We all have different pelvic structures. Female and male structures are different. So there is a point where your pelvis says, okay, the bone stops here. Can you tune into your belt sense? Take one more inhale in the straddle. Take one more exhale. Come out of Uttanasana Konasana. Slide the hand under the left knee. Help the foot come to the inner right thigh. We're going to Janu Shirshasana. Reach the right hand to the inside of the foot and then left hand behind you. The diagonal line from hand to hand. And then you decide, where do you want to be in space? Maybe further, maybe shorter, maybe gripping. Some of you may wrap the hand behind the low back, opening the chest. Deep, full breath in. Full breath out. Onto your arms. Come back to the center. Reach the hands to adjust your feet. Bring the left shin bone parallel to the pelvis. The right shin bone stacks above it. And this could also happen, right? Can you put something there, a pillow? The pillow here. Boom. It's so great. And then reach the arms up overhead. Open the chest. Exhale, left elbow underneath right. Wrap your eagle arms. Left the elbows high. Extend your spine. Exhale, bow over your legs. Flex your spine. Pause where you feel a little something. And directly experience the posture as this. 5 cycles of breath, yogis. 5. As you complete 5 while bowing forward, come back up to the center, undo your legs, undo your arms, extend your feet forward, shake it out. You may feel things here, right? All around this area. Come to sit up straight, reach the arms forward, curl the spine like a cat, and then controlling, coming down, one bone at a time, moves to Shavasana. You may pause in a happy baby, right? Before you head into Shavasana. You may sway, you may circle, you may rock. If you did a Ananda Balasana, happy baby, then make your way to Shavasana, final resting. Now, continue to practice yoga. Union of the mind, the body, the breath. All in the same place, same space, same moment. You may feel the energy in your body different, transformed. You may feel and experience a sense of grounding, a natural flow of movement and energy through the body. A sense of personal power, compassion, understanding at the heart, clarity of speech. You may see color behind your closed eyelids. Subtle colors, complex colors, and expansiveness, expansive consciousness, expansive awareness, infinite potential of self. With that in mind and present in the body, begin to move slowly. The toes, the fingers, the neck, the hips, moving. Once you begin to move a little bit more, draw the knees into your chest and then roll over to your favorite side. Follow that by coming up to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. Sukhasana or Virasana. Shin bones, maybe. You may visit the same hand gesture we started with. Dharma Chakra Mudra. Mudra for alignment of all the energy centers of our body. Lengthen the spine, soften the face. Take a deep breath into your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale deeply, fill up with air. Open mouth, sigh it out. Inhale for Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti. 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 Palms in prayer at the third eye. Bow the head to the heart in honor. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, my words, my actions always contribute towards that happiness and freedom for all beings everywhere. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed your movement this morning. It's Natalia here. Hi guys. It's nice to see you. Let's chat if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer. Notice that today we focused a lot on twisting, and the reason why I did that is because there's a lot to digest, right? Emotionally and physically, and also food maybe, but also mostly physically and emotionally, right? So the energy center of the third chakra, which is the area of digestive organs, is strongly related to that digestion of emotions and life experiences. So when in doubt, practice twisting, right? How can you allow for your body to process all the things, right, that happen up here and then rise from the mundane of the world, all the things that coming from the outside beyond our power? How can we process all those things? And with that, we're constantly working in all of our energy centers. There are 7 main ones, the 7 chakras. So continue to explore, give yourself time to process, right, and understand yourself, and of course all of the people around you. And with that, we create this container of understanding and growth. Okay, that is it for the day. Have a lovely day, guys. Again, questions I'm happy to answer at the bottom. Extra thoughts, please send me a message. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, my living room. Bye, Amma, Sam, good to see you. Alana, XR, Ahmad, Roya, Rachel, Patricia. Have a lovely day. Drink water. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Ahmad and Sam. Bye, guys.